Hello, civil engineers. Welcome back to the lecture. So we have seen almost all kind of footings here, and finally the last footing what we have is a raft footing, right? So what exactly is a raft footing? We know that. So anyhow, I'll show it once again. So raft footing is something where you have a one single footing, and over that you have multiple columns. So we call it as a raft, or few people call this as a mat foundation. Like yeah, somewhere here you see here what has happened is a huge foundation what we have, and in between that you have multiple columns, something like this, isn't it? Huge foundation and then multiple columns in this way. It's called as rough foundation. How do you find the concrete quantity and also the shuttering quantity for this? It's pretty simple. Okay, nothing. I'll show you one drawing for this. So we'll go to that drawing. So you can see here it's a huge and usually rough foundation we use when you have a huge building. For example, if you're constructing a ground plus 10-story building, okay, or let us say a ground plus 8-story building and all, and it depends on soil conditions also, okay. But typically up to G plus 5 building we don't use a rough foundation. We usually go with a normal isolated footing or combined footing is sufficient, okay. But usually when you go for a very high rise building, big commercial buildings and all, the best practice or the what usually we do is we go with the rough foundation. But again, it depends on your soil conditions and all, okay. Now in this particular project what they have mentioned, this is a footing, okay. See here, the one which is this yellow color, no, I'll click on the yellow color. So this entire is your rough foundation, okay. So the shape is something like this. And now the depth is mentioned here, you can see it here. I'll show you. See here, it's written 1000 thick raft, means 1 meter is the thickness of your raft, okay. The depth of your foundation is 1 meter. So since it's a huge foundation, we'll try to find the concrete quantity. So concrete quantity is pretty simple. Now here I'll not, since it's an irregular shape. See, if this was actually a square shape, then I could have taken the length, I could have taken the breadth and multiplied that by the depth. That I could have done. But now what has happened? This is in, since it's an irregular footing, irregular shape, I'll just click here. I'll click select on this. Okay, I'll select it and I'll press on LI, that is least, and click on it. Click on this, okay. This will directly give me the area. So you see the area is 216,980,2843. So this is in mm now, okay. This area is in mm square, but I will convert this into meter now. How shall I convert? It's very simple, I told you. So 1 meter is 1000 mm, right? 1000 mm. But here the unit is given in which one? Mm square. So if I want in 1 meter square, if I want, so if it is 1 meter square, then what will happen? 1000 into 1000 I should do, okay. That will be conversion. That means 6 zeros will come. 1 2 3 4 5 6 zeros will come. So whatever answer I have here, no, 216,980,284, this I have to divide it by 1000. So I'll do that. This I'll divide by 1000, okay. You can not 1000, sorry, one on this lakh, I mean 3 okay. 6 zeros I'll do. Now tell me what answer you're getting. You do it manually. So 216, and then I have 9802843, okay, divided by 6 zeros, 3 and 3, done. So I'm getting 2169.80 meter square, okay. So this area is quite, it's a huge area what I'm getting. 2169.80 meter square is the area, okay. Fine. So I got the area. I need to multiply this area with the depth. I'll get the concrete quantity, right? So I'll write here only. So concrete quantity will be how much? 2169.80. You multiply this by the depth. Depth we have 1 meter, okay. I'll multiply this by 1 meter. 1000 mm was there, so it's in meter. So no problem. So if you multiply this directly, you're going to get the concrete quantity. Area I got. This is my area. So this area I'll multiply by depth. Depth is 1 meter. I want the answer to be in meter, no? So 1000 mm, I put it in meter. So the concrete quantity itself is 2169 cubic meter. It's a huge amount of concrete what is required in this particular footing, okay. So that is how you're supposed to understand. And now I'll also find the what part? I'll also find the this is what is that? Perimeter. I want to find the shuttering quantity. For shuttering, I want the perimeter. So perimeter is given 193641. So this perimeter is mm, okay. Since the sides, since, so if I not able to understand, you see here, if I take this dimension, you can see 3584. This is in mm, okay. So if I divide this by 1000, I'll get in meter. So 1, 2, 3, it will be 35.84 meter. So in this way, you have to add all the perimeter, that this shuttering, this part, then again this part, then again this part, this. So everywhere you add it, you'll get the perimeter. So that is why what we do, since it's an irregular shape, I'll select here, I'll say Li and enter. So perimeter is 193641. So this you have to divide by 1000. Okay, why it is 1000? Because it's a meter, no? It's an mm. I want to convert this into meter. So I just have to divide it by 1000. That's it. That was area. So we had taken 1 lakh. Okay, so if you do this, tell me how much answer you're getting. So I'll do it manually. 193641 divided by 1000. So I'm getting 193.64 meter. So this is my perimeter. Okay, this is my perimeter. Perimeter. Fine. I got my perimeter. So if I want the shuttering area, what I need to do? Therefore, shuttering area. Shuttering area will be your perimeter, that is 193.64 multiplied by the depth. So depth we have 1 meter. That's it. So this itself is the answer. Okay. 193.64 is the answer what we have. So 193.64 meter square. 364 meter square of shuttering is required. Okay. So this is how we are supposed to take care of the raft foundation. Okay. Very simple. So if it was instead of irregular shape, if it was here also there is one more. Here also there is one more. See, here also there is one more raft footing, and here also there is one more raft footing. Okay, they have given all this raft footing, and outside it is isolated. So again, if you want to find this area, I'll select this footing. I'll say Li. Okay, it's not selected. Selected, yeah. Li, enter. So again, area you see here and perimeter is given. Okay, so in this way, you are supposed to do the quantity for the raft foundation. So shuttering and concrete we understood. Rest everything remains the same. Whatever maybe your stone soling or whatever, if you do, it's the same thing what we did in the earlier cases. Okay, only the thing is area you need to calculate, which will happen only through AutoCAD drawings. That's it. So it's an apartment project. So that is why we have, you can see here, B block D, then you have this C block, and you have this, maybe this is another block. Okay, that's how you're supposed to do it. Yeah. So I hope you have enjoyed my lecture up to here. You got an idea how the raft foundation, concrete, and the shuttering has to be done. So we'll see you back in the next lecture. Thank you.